Wonderful and great traders. You are welcome back to this channel, the Channel Molan FX Academy. Here, strategy is taught, but our major concern is about your mindset and your psychology. So, we're going to keep it simple in this platform. We want to carry you along. We want to teach you. I want to teach you what I did differently after good 5 years. In this video today, I want to teach you the single strategy that changed the whole thing for me. My 5 years of struggling, over trading, ups and downs and all that. I got it right when I mastered this. I want to teach you. I want to explain it to you. It's hard there. It's what you already know. But in this channel, we're going to do it together. The difference is not the strategy, it's your emotions and your psychology. You're going to see what I used to see and how I approach my trades. I just want to teach you this strategy. Whenever we come to this platform, we use it, we keep it simple, we make everything simple. My style of trading is a little bit aggressive, and I will explain why it is aggressive right there in the chart. What I use most often is the market structure that you know or you have little idea of, and Fibonacci, and getting my psychological zone, and that is all. Remind you, before I approach the chart, this is what I always do. In my mindset, in my thinking, everything about me, I do talk to myself and said, Forex is simple, Forex is not difficult. I made my chart very, very simple. I approach the chart with a heart of simplicity. I feel that everything around me should be simple. Whenever you want to do your analysis, you want to approach the chart, let it be at the back of your mind that everything about the chart, I'm going to keep it simple. Let's go back to the chart. We are now in GBP USD. What I normally do, I take my structure. Let's go to the higher time frame. Just watch very carefully. It's what you already know, and that is why the edge the profitable traders are having is because they work more on their psychology, their emotions, and risk management. All right, this is my weekly. What did I do here in the weekly? I mark out my psychological zone or key levels, whatever name you want to call it. As I've told you, we keep it simple in this platform. I mark my key levels. If you have any other terms for it that suit you, it's okay. This is the weekly. I mark my key levels. Take note. In my 4 hour, what did I do at this at the 4 hours time frame? In the weekly time frame, I mark my key levels. Take note. Why in 4 hours? I focus more on market structure in my 4 hours. This is where I get the current high and low of the structure. I don't use all these high terminologies, big grammar, whatever they want to call it, the order block, the origin and all that, the ICT and the whatever form of traders they might be. We are all saying the same thing. You just have to know what works for you. You can try what I'm doing. Let's grow together. Who knows? It might also work for you. In the 4 hours is to get the current high and low. Then finally, I take my execution in the 30 minutes time frame. Most often, I use pending orders in my executions. I don't use market executions. I use pending orders, especially buy limits and sell limit. And I will explain the reason why I am fond of doing that. Now, in a practical terms, let's move down to the weekly. I have to zoom. I don't know what they call it, either to zoom in or zoom out. All I know what I wanted. So I have zoomed so that I can have a clearer view of what is happening. I will have to look for the major key levels. Major key levels. Can you see this? Can you see this? Look at this. Let's take this. Just watch what I'm doing. Forex is not difficult. Not actually the way we are taking it. Don't like it too bold. Come in, please. I want to keep it very simple. Let's see what happened. Good. I'm going to explain something very, very important to us. Just watch carefully. You can get it right here. Other factors will just be a walk away. Good. I think this seems to be a current key level. I will explain something to us. Let me clone it. Just keep it simple. In the weekly time frame, this is just all I do. Nothing more, nothing less. Can you see that? Can you see that? I love this, though I don't need this. What I need at the moment is just this key level and this key level. I think these are my major current key levels. Wait. And also, look what happened. Let me show something. Let me zoom. This zone has been tested for a very long time. It has been tested. Look at it, was tested all through since as far back as 2009. This zone was tested. Take note, take note. What happened? Can you look how healthy this candle is? After a very long time, this zone was broken. It created, can you see it? This is the current high and this is the current low. But as I said, we don't need all that in the weekly time frame. But the weekly time frame is also giving us a clearer picture that this market, this structure is a buy structure. Can you see? An uptrend. But something funny is about to happen. Let me change it to, I like using white. Can you see that? Actually, I don't need it. Remember the rule? Keep it simple. Actually, it ought to be an uptrend, but there's something that is about to happen. We don't need to explain all that at this level. What I need from the weekly time frame is to see the key zone, the major current key zone, which is this and this. There are other minor zones in between, but I focus so much on this and this particular zone. Since this zone was broken after a long period of time, I'm expecting it to push all the way upward. But if this weekly candle closes strongly to the downside, there might be a shift from an uptrend to a downtrend. But for now, let's just keep watching. The weekly candle has not closed. Anything can still happen. Now I've marked the major key levels I need. I may also decide to mark this. Just follow me. Keep it simple. I want to clone it. Forex is not really as difficult as we think. Just keep it simple. Actually, I don't need this. I like what I am seeing. I think let me take it from this level. Remember, it's not a line, it's a zone. Can you see what I'm doing? I like this, though I don't need it for now. Look what happened. This zone was tested, came all the way down. It was tested, it came all the way down. Now it's about going to the upside. Who knows if it will move all the way to this zone, or it may decide to break through this zone and start coming down all the way. But for the moment, we are looking to buy this market. The week just started. Let's see what happens. Now I will not move down to the 4 hours. I use the weekly time frame for my key zones. Take note. And also sometimes to identify the trend. I don't go against the trend in my style and in my pattern of trading. Can you see? Now we are now in the 4 hours time frame. Can you see? I want to show us something. This is now the current what? Low of the uptrend. Can you see that? It has come to test it. Let me zoom so that we have a clearer view of what is happening. I like drawing it like this. Watch the way I do mine. Cover this zone. To me, it's a zone. At this point, this can say a minor zone, but I don't call it zone. Keep it simple. This is the low. Let me just write it at, let's say, current low of the structure, of the market structure. I do that. I don't know if you can see it. Do I type it very well? I think it's clearer now. Let me lock it. This is the current low. We can give it another color to differentiate it from the weekly zone. Can I make it red? Let's make it red. And let's get the current high. Keep it simple. Let me unlock it. I think this is the current high. Let me zoom properly. Watch what I do. I don't trade with stress. I don't bother myself so much. I just trade what I see in what the market gives me. Let me lock it. Let me still type. Let's say current high. Do I spell the I very well? I doubt. Current. Okay. Uh, All right. Okay, let me just delete it. Let me just put I there. Don't know why my space bar is not responding at the moment. Let me just put hi. You know, HIGH. This is the current high. And this is the current low. Keep it simple. This is all what I'm after. Weekly time frame has told me this strong zone has been maintained since 2009, was broken after some period of weeks. It broke it, retest it, and now trying to come to the current low of that structure. This is the current structure. Just keep it low. This is the current structure. This is the high, and this place is the low. This is what I do. In this trade, I target two entries. One is at the fib. I pick up my twos from the low, from the current low to the current high. Am I getting it right? I have to take it again. I guess this guy is causing a little distraction. Good. Watch what I'm doing. Good. This trade took me out. This is what I do. In my next video, I'm going to explain this to us, what happened here. This top area, let me just give us a little explanation of my fib. This top area is my 50% fib, and this lower part of it is my 61.8 fib. I told you we keep it simple in this platform. All I need, based on my strategy from fib, is just what I got now. So I remove it. Within me, I know this area is 50% fib. This area is 61.8 fib. So what do I do? Watch what I'm doing. I always target 1:3. If I'm not seeing 1:3, I don't take such trade. I was taking out. This trade was a loss. Let's make it 50 pips. This trade was a loss. I lost about 1% of my account. This is what I do. This is my first target, and this is my second target. I don't think twice if it will go my way or not. Once that area is tested, I'm good to go. There's something I want to check here. This is how I take it. This is what I do. I will just cover this zone. This is my style. It's very simple. The problem in forex trading is not strategy, it's your emotion. When to take your trade, do you think twice? Will the trade go in my direction? You are not the market makers. It's not for you to decide. What you are meant to do, or what you are to do, when all that you are looking for, you have seen it, to take your trade. It doesn't mean if it will go in your favor or not. Like what I said, this trade, it went against me. I wasn't so sad about it. I wasn't angry with myself. I've lost money in the forest industry. I've started thinking about it. No. Before I place that pending order, I have made up my mind to give away that money. Exactly. It comes in my direction. Most of the time, it goes in my favor. Sometimes you know what the market is. That is where risk management comes in. I've lost that trade. My second target is this. This is my second entry. This is how I did it. Sometimes it looks like I do swing trades, day trades, depends on what the market gives me. And I may decide to trade along as the market moves. I lost this trade. It went against me. I'm in this trade already. Let's see what plays out. I'm expecting it to come to the current low. Who knows? I may be lucky and move all the way up. And you know what the market can do? Can come all the way down. And when that happens, you wait for a pullback. I'm sorry, please. You wait for a pullback, maybe to 61.8. Then you take it to the downside. So at this point, once the current low is broken, you no more be looking for a buy setup. At this point, you can call it change of character, change of structure. You can use your own language, whatever you want to use that will make things look simple to you. You do it. And that is what we do. Let me remove this. Like I said, keep it simple, keep it clean. I drew a trend line in the weekly candle. We don't do, most of the time, we don't do that here. If you look at it, you can see a clearer picture. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see what I'm seeing? This is for trend followers, those that use trend lines. But most often, you have to know this to watch out for your confluences. You can see, actually, it has broken that trend line. We don't know what will happen. Let's see what happens. May test it and still move upward. Remember, keep it clean, keep it simple. For learning purpose, I did this. I can now remove it. In our next video, I will give us feedback of how this trade went, if actually it will go in our favor. All right, I've taken us through the simple setup strategy that I use in taking all my trades. There is no big deal about it. This is just all what I do day in, day out. I use it to pass prop firms challenges. I'm using it to make profit from the market. Maybe the little difference between me and you might be you have not really worked on your emotions, your psychology, the way you see the market, the way you take risk. And that is what I want to focus on in this channel, to build you, to encourage you to do certain things that I'm doing. Maybe you are not doing them. In my subsequent videos, I will continue to explain these things to us so that we can grow together, make this money together, and live a fulfilled life. Once again, there are some mistakes that I made. I don't want you to make such mistakes. Sometimes I do over trading. Emotions came in, I conquered it. Now I don't take more than 2 trades. You saw it in my chart. The first one took me out. I'm in the second trade. If it takes me out, I'm done for the day. Sometimes I'm done for the week. I go do my business, all that I need to do. When there are other opportunities, this is just a setup, and this is what I do. Nothing more than that. You will become consistent when you continue, you repeatedly do that particular thing that gives you money in the market. Don't shift because you had some losses today. You go and begin to learn something new, some new strategy. There's no strategy that is the best, and there is nothing like the worst strategy. Everything boils down to you as a person, your approach, your mental state, your emotions, and your psychology. As I said, for me, I don't have to wait for pin bars, engulfing candles, whatever kind of patterns. I don't wait for all that. What I do is pending orders. When you come to my zone, you take me into the trade, pick me for a buy or for a sell. That is just it. Even when you wait for all that, you wait for a engulfing candle, you wait for pin bar, you wait for this, you wait for that, the market will still go the direction that it wants to go. It's just for you to follow your rules and be happy with yourself, even when that trade is not going in your favor. In fact, for you to keep to your rules, to what guides you in your trading, is what makes you a trader. You to keep to your rules, even when you are having some losses, is what makes you a trader. Not just a trader, a professional and experienced trader. Remain there. Don't shift from that strategy. Don't shift from what you are doing. If possible, you might just come and learn psychology from me, emotion from me, my approach, my style. I keep it simple. I don't stress myself. When it comes to my zone, my key zones, I take my trades using my buy limit, my sell limit, my buy limit, and that is all. You don't need 100 tools. What you need is a simple strategy and consistency. If this is talking to you, please drop a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Let's grow together as I wait you for more better and profitable contents that will come on your way. As I wait for you for more quality content of this that will come on your way. Thanks.